God, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Got you, boy.
On 1st and 10. Cook. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Check, 59. Watch the screen.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Roberts. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Come. Check it down.
On 1st down, it's Roberts. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's make it a long game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Just like that.
2nd and 10. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, That's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Check, 59. Watch the back and watch the back.
Shoot.
Over the middle, complete. It's Strickland. Now the ball comes loose, and the Lions have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive starts with a run by Cobb. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, let go. Let go.
On 2nd and 7, Cook. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back. 80 weapons. 49. Check 49. Hey, Sam off. Hey, wahoo.
To throw is Cook. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Slam. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down now, it's Cobb. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Single. Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You run, baby. I'm in your hand.
Now Cook. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Walters. Throw left side complete. That's Strickland. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Take it in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Khan. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Leo!
Throwing, Cook. Rolling to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Kyle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Fuller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On second down now, it's Cobb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
The kicker on for the point after.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Walters. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Walters. And that's incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
52's the mic. I'm scared.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll start the drive with a give to Cobb. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 60 or 6-6, pull it high.
Watch out.
Go.
They'll run with Cobb. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
General West. Hey, orbit.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Now Cook, operating from the gun. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Back to throw. Walters. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Walters. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Looking to throw. Walters. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Set 60 Pittsburgh.
Cook now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Crawford. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Now Cobb. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
36, 36.
Second and 5. Completes it to Powell. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run on first down. Cobb, room here to run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Cobb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
70, Indy. Get that quarterback and all switch. 61, matchbox, lights. 5.
Now a carry for Cobb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He's going to let this one go deep, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it, but, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike spot 9.
Ready?
To throw again. Walters, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Double up, double up, double up, double up. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Walters. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Walters. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Strickland. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Topper!
Looking to throw. Cook. And it's complete to Martin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw. Walters. 20. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
27, Vikings 21.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Good sock, baby. That's big sock. 90 is a mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's see them.
2nd and 11. And his throw here's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
90 is a mic. Who that? Who that? 90 is a mic.
Cook from the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Rock it.
Check nickel.
Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Roberts, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, we are out.
Hey, exit.
4 down. 90 is a mic. Check.
Protein spill.
10.
Hey, Zoo.
Here's Cook, throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Look, squeeze. Go. Go.
Looking to throw. Cook. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting. In a stadium? Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You must be dreaming.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
To throw is Cook, operating from the gun. Open is Powell, that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm going to run you over.
2nd and 6. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Cook throwing on 3rd and long. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. He's going to field this at the 4. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Ready? 91.
In your face.
Off play action. Walters nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Walters. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Cook strike, the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a